could be a special year for them. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in...
For some reason, I feel like I played this already.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline report tonight is Doris Burke. Last game for the Nets, they picked up a W against Philadelphia. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with a win and just 2 points at that. But it wasn't easy.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
So the Nets starting 5. Stewart in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. And it's Freak missing.
Wow.
Now the 76ers with it, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And given their performance in that game, which was not necessarily a work of art, I had a hard time believing it wound up being as close as it did.
And, you know, as it came down the stretch, Greg, I was thinking, how is this still a game? I mean, how is this still close? You got the sense that it was never going to be their night.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first.
Slow start.
Covington inside the line. Can't get it to go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Here's Roten following the basket by Freak. Roten the pass to O'Connor. Okafor dishes to Roten. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Pass to Freak. Puts it up from 17. And good on the basket. Book it. Freak's got his second bucket tonight. The 76ers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Philadelphia. He said that slowing down Joe Johnson will definitely be a big key for them. He added, Johnson is so big and is able to shoot over the top of you. We just need to make sure that we're always right in his jersey, never losing track of him, and trying to force him into tough, contested shots. Guys, we'll see if they can slow him down.
Thank you, Doris. And they take the lead.
Oh no. See something right quick.
Jack's got his first points of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for
Gotta
it.
heat
Well,
up.
Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Now here's Okafor. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Over to the left wing. 16 feet away, and Freak gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for Freak. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Okafor with the screen on Jack. And the pass to O'Connor. Picked by Okafor. O'Connor the pass to Roten. Noel, a screen on Jack. Roten, the feed to Noel. 2 on the clock. From 20 feet out, shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Stewart, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
The 76ers trail by 4. Roten with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's O'Connor. Nails the 16-footer.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Fighting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Now Jack. Passes to Stewart. There's the triple. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And 11 points for Freak.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here is Roten, right wing. Okafor, high post. Pass to O'Connor. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Roten. Shot on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nets leading by 5. There's the dish to Freak. There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Jahlil Okafor. The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Bargnani has checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Joe Johnson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jarrett Jack.
Ain't trying to do that close game stuff.
That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Marshall after the basket by Brooklyn. Screen by Grant. Here's Marshall. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Noel. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Let y'all know.
How about guys? That's one of those
make it easier for you to
probably
shoot
want in your career highlight reel.
I know y'all saw how small my three-point bar was. Like when I first started,
Marshall.
from when it is now.
No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thompson outside. Unloads from 13. Here's Embiid.
How that dude get that rebound? Come on, cool.
Here's Freak and his thoughts on the current coaching staff.
Coach is the kind of guy you want to play for. All the coaches, really. Those guys are always drawing up plays, motivating us to play harder. They do a great job preparing us to play, and they never take credit. But they deserve it, for sure.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Clark, in your mind, how important deciding to change it up? And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
I'm about to drop 30.
They've got Nerlens Noel,
so
Tony Roten out there with Kendall Marshall. Then there's Okafor, and it's O'Connor at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 57 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. We played at a level that very few players are capable of.
I'm already a bro.
And, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Give that guy a fine.
Following the basket by Freak.
Oh, that dude crazy.
O'Connor defended by Young. Here's O'Connor. That's good.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Nets leading by 18. Young outside.
Man, y'all can't go at me, bro.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Roten. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor.
Well, I thought I got
That'll be his second foul of the game.
man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Brooklyn's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Freak with it. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jump. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the 2-point.
And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And that sends Kendall Marshall to the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Young. Now here's Freak. He has 31. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Cloak loose and stolen by Freak. The finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
That dunk was kind of nice.
A steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Brooklyn ahead, up 19. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we have Brook Lopez with us. What's the
Y'all should know I ain't gonna watch that. I mean, whoever watches that. See, it's different if it's your first time playing this game.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
This is really production personified from long range.
The 76ers trail by 19, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Stewart, he's in at shooting guard. Young out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Johnson, and it's Jack in at the 1 spot. Feeds to Freak.
Wow.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Come on, cool.
On defense, Philadelphia. It's a 16-point game. Lopez a screen.
Ooh.
Here's Stewart, and the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play.
What call?
To the wing right side.
Ain't no foul.
They double in with Freak. Here's Okafor. Soft touch off the glass. Okafor's got 8.
They're forcing the ball inside.
Don't change the subject now.
It's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Freak. He has 35. Good. And the Nets lead by 18.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
I'm willing to go off any night like a bite.
Here's Covington. He's guarded by Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I ain't even have no control over that. That ain't fair. I was standing right there, my dude. I was next to the foul.
76ers. The Nets also changing it up. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. And it's Barbosa in for Jarrett Jack. Nets leading by 17. Barbosa kicks to Freak. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Offline from the top of the key.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
4-3, Covington. Okafor.
It is much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's Stewart. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Timeout for the 76ers.
You better call a timeout.
And the Nets making a change here.
Because I'm just getting started. Like a party. Sipping on a lot of things. Eating on a lot of things.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
I just told my hamstring.
Screen by Grant.
I feel like a.
Embiid kicks to Jackson. And that one's good. Jackson's got 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Barbosa dishes to Freak. No good. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Kicks it to Covington. Shot clock at 6. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
No rebound for me. I've been had 4 rebounds.
Unloads from 9. Count that one. Freak's got 41.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Embiid the screen. Covington passes to Embiid, and he makes no mistake on the slam.
I could have dropped 6,
Heading into that lead a little bit.
but I doubt it.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Marshall's checked in.
Try a little harder.
The 17-footer. And it's Freak missing.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Brooklyn leading by 15. 17-foot shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Freak's got 43 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it,
how long I
the
play
more the lead grows.
Fourth quarter.
Here's Covington, defended by Young. Covington kicks to Embiid, stolen by Barbosa.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Right here.
He dishes it to Freak. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Freak's got 45 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've got in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge
told y'all this wasn't about to be no closing game.
They've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half.
I went through too much pressure winning that other game.
The baseline J. Again, the Nets for 2.
Then I'm at their home.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
It's real.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. Offensively, he'd like to see them get the ball into the post as often as possible. That's where he thinks their biggest advantage lies. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thank you for that, Doris. The 76ers trail by 16. Roten with it, out defended by Freak. Now here's Roten, T right on him. He kicks to Grant, fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And it's Freak missing.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Drills the elbow jumper. Freak's got 49 points in the game.
Right.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Grant outside. Dishes it to Marshall. He tries for three.
Oh, that boy jumps out
Great
so
D
quick.
that time from Stewart.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own six-term dancer.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Hollis Thompson comes in for Kendall Marshall. Bargnani is checked in for Brooklyn. Freak comes in for Langston Galloway. Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Tony Roten out there with Thompson. And it's Okafor in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
I probably can do this.
Roten
But
kicks
just
to
know,
Thompson.
if I do this, I did it for y'all.
Here's Okafor. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
That boy worked there,
He certainly
boy.
isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole.
I ain't
He's
have
been on
nothing
the
to do
money
with
with
that.
his game.
I just
Jack
watched,
dishes to
as
Freak.
y'all saw.
And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And such
Look
a
at that
steady
boy
hand.
grade.
I mean,
Look
he's
at that
one
grade
of those
up there.
guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
I see you.
And stolen by Freak. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that steal
Y'all
paid
see how lucky I
instant
be getting for these
dividends.
videos?
No wasted time or motion.
I mean, I
getting out
do
on
good
that
when
fast
I'm not recording.
Grant
But
outside.
just because of videos, why they make me look like a
Pass to Okafor.
superstar.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains
Look at
possession.
that. Look at that
Tough
news.
break. They've got to take care of the ball if they're going to make a comeback.
Brooklyn making some changes. Tyler Hansbrough checked in
I
for
think I could drop
Lopez.
6.
Hollis Jefferson
5
comes
points.
in for Joe Johnson.
Oh yeah.
And Langston Galloway
That
subbed
ain't
in for
nothing.
Jarrett Jack.
I could spark that off with the
Now
three.
here's Freak.
If I can get open. I doubt it. Yeah, I'm just go with the mid.
13 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark's fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And
that would have been it right there.
Total up to 12 on the season.
And they're going to get the second game between these two clubs just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 games left to play in their season series against the 76ers.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Jeremy Grant comes in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Jackson in for Tony Roten.
The offense has clearly
that's the kind of stuff that make my grades drop.
a little too late.
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg.
I had to let him get that if I wanted
showing
the
some
time.
signs of life offensively. Too bad. I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Now, Freak.
Dang, this boy defense.
Sticking too much.
Fires from the line. That's good.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown
Let
here
them hit
over
you
the
with that
last
whole
few
ball.
possessions.
Clear case here,
they did
partner,
on
of
50.
saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Embiid the screen. It's Jackson with the drive, and Bargnani sends it back.
Hum that thing.
And here's Freak. Goes up on the wing, misses there. And so it's Brooklyn grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look
at that boy. Oh, man of my word.
Well, Joe, congratulations.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Me. Well, I'm going to holler at y'all. It's a good game. You
Ernie
know.
Johnson here
Everybody
again with
know I
Shaquille
got
O'Neal and
play the
Kenny
game.
Smith without Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best for him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players. And